Hey everybody, I'd like to take a moment today to talk about these bucket forks. This is a 3-year review. I built these about 3 years ago. They've been holding up awesome, so I think it's fair to share exactly how they're built in case you wanted to build a set of forks for your tractor. It's an invaluable accessory. If you have a tractor with a bucket, this is a non-quick disconnect bucket, so the best option is a fork system that clamps to the edge of the bucket. So I'm going to take you around. I'll show you how I built them. I'll give you some measurements, so if you decide to build a set for yourself, you have a good idea of where to start. Okay, here's a close-up look of my clamp-on bucket forks. The main forks are made out of rectangular tubing that is 2 inches wide by 4 inches. The length from the tip all the way back underneath the bucket there is 5 feet. The vertical riser here, this section is 8 inches. This back piece here is 10 inches. This solid round bar stock is 1.5 inch diameter, and the gap in which this fills is 3 inches. Depending on your bucket, you might have to play with that dimension a little bit, but as you can see, you want your knife edge of the bucket to fit nicely under here with this round bar. On the back, this is kind of important. On the back of the forks, you'll see a little square piece of steel. That is a piece of 1/4 inch key stock I have welded on the back. That would prevent them from sliding off because there is a gap here from the blade edge. As you can see, they're removable. Just a simple system here. I have a piece of, I don't know, what is this, 5/8 round bar welded to a nut with some 3/4 all thread and a little chunk of this 1.5 inch diameter to kind of make a washer. So these are removable just by unspinning this. You can set them to any width for whatever you're picking up with your forks. This is a nice feature at the end of the forks. I came back and I cut this back at an angle, and I boxed the end of the rectangular tubing in. This way, if you're coming in on the ground, you can keep the points. This prevents the point of the forks from digging into the ground, which is handy because when you're sitting in the operating station of the tractor, it's very difficult to see the fronts of the forks. All right, I'm going to pop a fork off now and give you a little bit closer look. Okay, with the fork removed, you can get a better view of the key stock that's on the back. You can see how this works here, and also this. Another little feature I always like to do, since this is open on the top, this is open for a reason. It's so that if you need to put a board or something in there to make basically a stop, if you have something on your forks, you can slide a piece of wood in there to extend this. But since it's open, it will collect water. So any place that collects water, you want to drill some drainage, because you don't want this filling up with water and then freezing in the wintertime. So always drill a drain hole there. So take one more look of it here. You can see how the ends are cut on a nice angle. And that's my bucket forks. So I hope this video will help you guys if you decide to build your own. I think it's definitely worth building yourself versus buying them. These are very heavy duty in comparison to the cheaper ones you'll find on the internet. Didn't cost a lot of money. Depends on price of steel. You need a little over 12 feet of the rectangular tubing to build this. And if you're resourceful, you can sometimes find this stuff as scrap. In the case of, that's what I did. You can see this yellow paint. This was some sort of commercial shelving unit that was being thrown away at the scrapyard. So keep your eye out. If you see some steel laying around, you know, you can repurpose it into something else. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, type them down below and I will get back to you. Have a good day.